Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do something very special because today we're gonna form one of the secret nations of the Greek focus tree early, at least for that nation early. Because today we are going to form Macedonia, a nation where you basically need to do a world conquest to get all of the cores. But you know what? With the right planning and perfect coordination, you can do it way earlier. So anyways, without any further ado, Araman, historical, and go. So Greece at the beginning, 1936. Our industry is kinda small. Our army is actually not small. We have actually quite the army. The problem is it's not really equipped. And we also have a navy. Yeah, it is here. It exists. So I would say, focus tree-wise, we're gonna immediately rush down the king's government because the political focuses are a priority right now. Research-wise, very important. We're gonna immediately go into planes and get everything we need here. On top of that, we're also gonna get anti-air because it's also gonna be useful. We will not have an air force right at the beginning. Anti-air is a bit more realistic for that. Construction-wise, we have to upgrade our railways a little bit, so my plans are to basically extend it like this. Level 3, why we will talk about later. For now, just know this is important. And after that, we go into mills. Very important, only on the mainland. We will not be able to hold the islands, I promise you that. Production-wise, we're just gonna equip our MIOs, we're gonna build a few convoys because we really need them, and we're gonna prepare a little bit of stuff for later. But you can also notice that we don't know what a train is. Great. First focus is done. We're gonna go down the Metaxism side, because we need this side for Macedonia, and we're basically gonna rush down all the way to over here. And very important, don't waste any political power. We're gonna get one thing, but except that, we need political power. So we got anti-air, meaning I will go into cast now, because yeah, we're gonna do all the air stuff. While this is being researched, we're gonna put anti-air into our shopping list, because yeah, we really want anti-air. And on top of that, I'm also gonna build 2 levels of anti-air in our capital city, because it will be bombed a lot. That will make it a bit better. You know what? 1 level. Good enough. So now that we have some political power, we're gonna get ourselves the air reformer for air experience, because I want to build fighters and CAS early. Will be very useful. And yes, I would love to go up to partial mobilization right now, but we can't. We need the political power, and this is so expensive, like really expensive. So we went down all of these focuses, giving us some bonuses or some decisions, plus stability. But overall, it doesn't matter, because our main goal is this focus over here. And that's the reason why we save so much political power, because once we have this focus done, doesn't say it, but once it's done, you can recruit this advisor over here. And we need him as soon as possible. We have no time to lose. I did a few runs where I didn't take this serious, and yeah, the runs didn't end well. I was way too late into everything. Yeah, I hope I don't have to say you will see. This time I hope I don't need to say that. So, focus is done. Immediately, we're gonna go to advisors and get ourselves this guy over here. Perfect. And I know it seems attractive to go down this focus here, but if you know how popularity change works, you know that a flat amount is better used later than now. Because right now we're at 13%, meaning we get basically everything of our support, but the more popularity you have, the less daily change you get. So we're gonna save this for 30 popularity, because over here we need 40. We're gonna wait with this focus, meaning we have finally time to fix our industry, which needs a lot of fixing. And yeah, now we can go down partial mobilization, a bit delayed, but this guy was priority. And also very important, I'm gonna get myself this guy over here before. We need army experience, so I'm gonna take him. No further explanations. I think it's obvious. We also want to change the military. That was an explanation. For fixing our industry, we're gonna go down this path over here for the simple reason that it's just way better in the short term. We get 4 civs and 4 mills over here if we have good relations with all 4 great powers listed here. And that's a lot. Over here, we have an easier time paying back our debt. But I'm gonna be honest, we're not gonna pay back our debt. We're just gonna default, because you don't owe anyone debt if you just choose to ignore it. That's how it works. Hashtag no legal advice. And further down here, you can also get industry, but that's later down the line. And the earlier we get it, the better. So utilize our strengths. So utilize our strengths is pretty much done soon. So what I'm gonna do now is improve relations with the nations we need to improve relations. And why do I do it now? Because firstly, the timing is pretty good right now. And secondly, I have a monkey brain. So the second I can click this button over here, I will. And I noticed, because I was about to click it, I was waiting for the political power. And I was like, didn't I want to use the political power for something? Yeah, improving relations, because we need good relations for the next focus. You can do so many mistakes in this. And I'm happy that I can make a guide that you can kind of follow. But oh my god, this is not the first time I'm recording this. Research-wise as an update, I got all the plane stuff to 1936 that I wanted, including CAS, light MGs, and the air-launched torpedoes. So that's pretty much up to date. We can build a plane now. Downside is our industry is not very researched, but to be fair, we don't really have an industry yet, so it doesn't matter. And let me use this moment to say thank you to Scarred, who gave me this idea, and because of whom I'm now suffering through this multiple times, because it's a really good strategy he gave me. I'm just stupid, and I make so many mistakes. I wish I was lying. So, I'm preparing a little Air Force. I would say that's a good fighter, at least good enough for now. Followed by good enough CAS, and also NAV. We have no factories yet, but long term, that is good. Talking about factories though, we just got 4 mills. Very good. I would now say we go down to export more luxury commodities for the sole reason that it's a fast focus where we gain political power. Sadly, we also gain free trade, which is gonna suck in the long run. But short term, that's also not bad because we have a lot of resources to export and a lot of people that want these resources. As soon as we flip ideology, less people want these resources. But for now, it's good. And I would say after that focus, we have enough ideology support that we can do the next political one. And now that we finally have the political power, partial mobilization, let's do it. And yeah, we're building this a lot faster now. That is good. I did also, to buy myself a little bit more time, build a naval dockyard because it's not affected by civilian economy. But yeah, we're building mills now. Actually important. And with that focus now also done, and we are at 28%, we can go down this focus here. Yeah, we should have this easily. Already at 29 nearly. Focus is done, and we can immediately go down the next one, which will change our government. That one is really important. And on this side, I will also finally reform our army to a decently sized 15 width. This is not amazing, but to be fair, it has good combat width. And on top of that, it is cheap. So we can have at least some troops deployed. It's gonna be important for our manpower pool because we don't have a big manpower pool. Also, on this side, because we don't know what it is, let's import a few Soviet trains. I would say 3 civilian factories are not too bad because our research slots are very busy catching up with everything we don't have yet and should have. So yeah, not needing trains for a bit longer, that's good. We need that. Now with this focus, we want the bottom option because this is the way to unlock the Macedonian path. So goodbye Metaxas and welcome George. Sounds less epic, I gotta say. Anyways, this focus is over here. Have no time pressure, so we can go down industry a bit more. Very important now, we're gonna justify on the Duchies Indies for a little bit of land. And this has the sole reason that I like manpower and the resources. The resources are also really good. Just saying. At the same time, we will get a war goal via this on the Netherlands, allowing us to basically gain a strategic position in Europe, plus a lot of the industry. So that is really good. You might ask yourself now, how do we gonna get there though? Because a naval invasion from here to here seems quite unrealistic, and you're absolutely right. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna improve relations with Sweden, ask for military access. Now you might ask again, Florius, you still can't do naval invasions from Sweden. What do you mean? What if I tell you there is a way? What if I tell you we can just do a naval invasion to Sweden and then say from Sweden to here? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is HOI4, made by the developer, my beloved Paradox Interactive, and Paradox Interactive code.
Nice.
Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the impossible naval invasion that I didn't know existed until Scar told me one-to-one how to do this. Once again, Scar, thank you so much for these horrible ideas. I hate you that I have to do this, but it's so good.
Leave me alone!
But thank you a lot, really. Political power-wise, extensive conscription immediately. We need manpower. And more importantly, we need equipment. Because even though we have reduced our army size in the template, we still are a little bit... Yeah, we need guns. The 4-year plan has been bypassed. Good timing, because this focus is about to finish 3 days. Meaning we just gained a lot of mills. And on top of that, we can open up the country, which we need to do for bolstering the Schlachtplan, which we also need to do to get this focus. Without this focus, we won't get the war goal on Bulgaria. And without the war goal on Bulgaria, we won't get Bulgaria. I know, crazy. I hope you can follow this very complicated plan I have. It's very hard, I know. Political power-wise, on this side, an infantry expert seems pretty good right now. Netherlands is not gonna be too easy. It's actually gonna be quite hard. But if you are prepared, we should be able to do it quite... Not easily. Easily is the wrong word. Quite doable. I think that's a word I could use. We can do it quite doable. So, that focus is done, allowing us to do investment schemes, which I have no time for. So we're gonna go down, bolster the Schlachtplan for decent modifiers, at least making some modifiers a lot less worse. And yeah, I would say let's do that. So the Schlachtplan is bolstered. Let's go down over here for a research slot and changes to the Schlachtplan. Political power-wise, it seems pretty good. Stability-wise, it seems pretty good. Resources to the market seems very important. But besides that, it's like mixed modifiers. But we've industrialized quite fast for around 2 years. 10 more mills. We start with 2. I'll take that. So the war goal is done. We're in a little bit of a critical state because our units are not not completely supplied. I think I have to remove my support equipment, which kind of sucks, but yeah, if we don't have it, we don't have it. The rest seems pretty decent, so I think we got this. I even have more units over here for the reinforcements once we have landed, and I would say without any more yapping, which I do like to do, let's go in. Naval invasion is a go. Navy, go out, I believe. Very important here. By the way, this is worst case. They're protecting like every single province. We have to do a force attack, otherwise we will never be able to push through this, and we have to cycle it all the time. So the moment it stops, do it again until we land. And you see the arrows are now green. We have lost a lot of equipment naturally, but we're starting to land, which is crazy. Notice that I can actually upgrade my leader, which I should maybe do for that much more push, on top of maybe getting an artillery expert. Yeah, that should actually help. The units have landed in the port. That is huge. We'll now change all the orders to come over here and conquer. And yeah, now we've basically won. These naval landings are really hard to pull off, not gonna lie, but yeah, once you're landed, you have landed. And to make it a bit more easy, we could add anti-air to our divisions, which you have nearly enough, so I'm gonna do that. How much are we missing? I think a lot of that are the new divisions, and I don't have them prioritized, so we should be able to deploy it into the units. And this now means we have a successful naval landing with all of our units in the Netherlands, and I would say, let's do some damage. Not gonna lie, successful naval landing. It was pretty close in a lot of points, but if you have done this a few times, you get kind of good at it. Know how the AI behaves. It's a bit annoying that I didn't get to the airport, because there's a lot of help to kind of take over the air force here. But yeah, still lost one unit, but besides that, amazing. We have 140 days. Very important now. I'm gonna do a war justification against Albania, and this will not go away because it's a claimed state. Very good. I think we're gonna be very prepared, jokes aside. If you want to make it easy on yourself, maybe use your navy for coastal bombardment. I kind of forgot my navy existed, so I didn't do that. But yeah, this is so easy now. We're pushing them immediately. Very important here. I will not take Rotterdam for the sole reason that it's a good victory point to hold, because it's a big victory point, at least to hold for the enemy. So they won't capitulate. Right now they're at 98%, but they will not capitulate. This allows us now to basically take our entire army home, prepare our next war with having like little garrison here, which I'm actually gonna do now. It's very important for the garrison that stays back. Let it be your least trained troops, the ones you don't care about deleting if it comes to it, because you have to delete them later. The rest goes to Greece, just double checking if they don't go through the province they shouldn't take. Same with the navy, by the way, because our next target, if you remember Albania, is actually Italy, because we need some Italian lands, and on top of that, we also need Albania. And if we don't attack them now, they will join the Axis, and we never get a chance to get it again. Easy solution, we take it for ourselves early. I know, crazy. Anyways, navy's on the way home, army's on the way home, everything very good. I will delete the old orders, so they will not try to go back to here. And yeah, now we're just basically gonna support attack the province, so we don't actually push into it. You can only do that by not having any orders, so if they actually deploy a unit, I can show you. There you go, they deployed something. Control, right click, you see blue arrows, meaning to do a support attack on the province, and once the unit is defeated, they will not push in. Very good. Good news, the Italians come in and help us. Good they don't know that we are currently justifying on Albania. They basically fixed a lot of our gun problems. It was way worse before. And I know, yeah, we're building even more units, but still, that was really helpful. What I did forget to use is my arm experience for logistical focus and for theater training. Later on, also quite helpful is tip of the spear. And with that focus done, we do subjugate the Bulgarians. I'm afraid that they will join the Axis. Talking about joining the Axis, this is a scary event right now, because we have, as I just said, finished this focus over here, and there's two outcomes. This is the less likely outcome. If you get the normal outcome, just click the bottom option where you don't cooperate with Turkey. Here, we will probably join the Axis, and they will probably say yes. What we have to do when that happens is to immediately leave the Axis, because otherwise they will start guaranteeing everyone, and the Netherlands could even join the Allies. You don't want that. Yeah, now we're in the Axis. A few days have passed. I'm gonna immediately leave the faction, because we don't want that. We don't want to be in the Axis. No guarantees so far. Good, 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 good. Just be careful about this focus. You can even not do this one, and basically do this focus over here before you do these focuses over here, meaning you get the focus even before the Netherlands situation, meaning you're in less danger of your enemy joining the Allies because you're still justifying. But the advice stays the same. Just slow down the game, leave immediately. Best way to avoid that. Thors, dude, trust me. Anyways, over here, attack order. Troops in the background are building up. I would actually deprioritize equipping units on the field because we need new units. And I would actually say at this point, we can bring back the engineering company. So war goal is done over here. Focus is now also done. So we're gonna go down over here, mobilize the economy for war support and war economy. That is huge. On the side, we're not gonna finish this war over here and need to time a lot of things quite perfectly. So pray that I don't screw it up. So war is over. Immediately take the the Navy, really important. We're gonna puppet the Netherlands. We're gonna puppet the Dutch East Indies. We're gonna take the industry over here. Actually, really important. We're gonna take resource rights over here. That's the minimum we want. Now we can take a bit more industry because the industry is easier to access than the resources. The problem with the resources is that we sometimes don't get them. And with sometimes, I mean when we attack the allies and they cut off all of our supply. But the war reparations stays. Can actually take a bit more resources. I'll take them. So, war is over. Don't click on OK here. You want to be paused here. If you click on OK, the game continues running if you have that enabled. And it's enabled automatic if you didn't change anything in your settings. So, we are now going to join the Axis. As we're now in the Axis. And we're going to immediately declare war on Bulgaria and declare war on Albania. And because we were that fast, the allies couldn't join. And we are now at war with a select amount of nations. Bulgaria, Albania, and Italy. I mean, Italy in a second, not yet. For Albania, it's quite easy. We'll just walk around the units, attack this, do a force attack so they can't go away. Over here on the other side, we basically want to walk around the main troops and rush the supply hubs. There's a strategy here to build a port so you have an easier time with supply, but the situation is not really bad at the moment. On top of that, I've built trucks, right? Yeah, I've built trucks, so we could actually go into motorization priority to use a bit of trucks, and yeah, we need to build more stuff. But you see, we got good amount of mills from our puppets. We gain some industry, we gain a lot of resources for our plane production, so that's beautiful. These units over here have to be deleted. We can't get them home. We need to re-recruit them. Good news is we get all equipment back. So Albania is gone. These troops immediately go over here. I would love to puppet Albania, but we're just gonna annex them because we need the land for Macedonia. Unit-wise, we can deploy more troops on the front line. Very important. Get these out. They're not trained, but I don't care. We just need units at the moment. Would you look at that? Nice encirclement. This will mean the AI will panic about this. This is amazing news. So these units go over here. Just take these victory points. We will not have air dominance in our mainland because the Italians will bomb us, but for us, it doesn't really matter. So you can bomb that. I built a little bit of anti-air, so it might actually thin out. And yeah, Bulgaria, gone. We just basically walked around the army. Besides that, our main conquest is kinda done, meaning we can go to local police force for occupation law and prepare the next step, which means we will put up port garrisons and await the arrival of some Italians. And with the economy mobilized, gonna clear the slums, a choice we normally never do because it gives building slots and manpower, but this time around, with so much time pressure, manpower sounds amazing. Normally just like industry way more than manpower, but in this case it is very, very crucial. So let's do that. And also use my fighters a bit to intercept a few Italian planes, and yeah, that works quite well. Thin out the air force. On the side, a Prince of Terror seems quite useful, so I'm gonna take him. Also very good advice we unlocked again is this one over here, basically the leader we got rid of. Couldn't take him before because he was our leader, but now that he's not, we have a good advice again. But not gonna lie, non-command power and damage to garrison reduction seems really crucial. On top of that, we're gonna change to the horse, because I just remember I used the infantry for garrison. Better plane research also necessary, and I would say that is the preparation basically so far done. Talking about preparation, that's part of the plan. I want them to naval invade here. Very important here. We need to let them land, but not give them any land left or right. So we have to close these pockets here before they are able to actually land. It's gonna be a bit hard, but I think we can do it. Pockets are closed. Very important. Garrison order removed, and these troops can land. Why did we do this? Very crucial question. Basically, we want to do a changed version to what we did in the Netherlands. There it was just to keep the province clear of any enemies. Here, we actually want to farm these enemies, reduce the size of the enemy's army. Meaning they will always send new troops here, but we will always instantly kill them. There you go. So before I forget about it, we should really build this railway over here and then build even more mills. And because I just remembered we have them, let's get some units from the Indies. Basically allowing me to use their manpower instead of mine. And I think the perfect units to use it for is my Coast Guard and the newly deployed naval invasion units here that I'm drilling anyways. And instead of using most of my manpower, they use most of the Indies manpower. And they're not even in a war. It's great. They have way too much manpower, so it's a good thing. Could even ask them for a request garrison. Thank you very much. We have even more manpower, meaning we can build even more armies, meaning we can go with even more stuff into Italy. Beautiful. In the background, always farm this, otherwise they will get too much orc and it will become quite annoying. And oh my god, that is so much stuff. How much did I lose there? Up to 200k now. So clear the slums is done, giving us good amount of manpower on top of the manpower we already gained right now. What I'm gonna do now is go down here for stability, because we really need stability. So I deployed a few more cav divisions and I'm gonna convert those into the colonial units. Main reason being that if I want to build these and deploy them, I need to deploy them in the Indies, which I really don't want to. So what I'm doing is recruit cheap units and deploy them here and then convert them. Works quite well and should give us a good amount of army for the Italian invasion. Forgot I could use them. them, and this saves me so much manpower. You wouldn't believe. I should even upgrade them a bit. Here, event here. So the Italians are trying another naval landing. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna allow this, and after everyone is done, I would actually say we just go in and do our own, because that is so much Italian troops now lost. This is actually crazy. Yeah, they're up to 360k losses now after this one naval invasion. That is pretty good. So they did their own big naval invasion down here, and while they're doing this, I'm just gonna naval land in South Italy and take that for myself. I think we actually have enough air force that it has an impact. I'm gonna bring that up. Focus tree wise, I would say we go down over here for a good amount of political power and basically fixing a bad modifier we had before. Amazing. Political power, you know what? We actually find with conscription law, thanks to our new ally over here. So I would say we actually get this guy over here for more political power and factory output. We couldn't get him before, but now that he's not our leader anymore, we can. So we take him. In the background, we're a bit late, showing that the World War just started. I mean, is about to start, but we are having a good amount of troops in Italy for us being Greece. And I would say if we just push up and kind of exploit the shape of the land, we should be able to get the Civil War very soon. So I have a little idea if we need a bit more time, and that is a naval landing over here, because we control it straight now. So the Italians can't send ships in or out. So whatever is in, and what is out is out. I imagine a lot of things are currently out there. So yeah. And as you might notice now, supply here is kind of bad, but the second we stop this here and make it go through our railway, it is all green. So yeah, that's why we built this. It's amazing for supplying this naval invasion here, and it makes this entire stuff so much easier. Oh my god. And yeah, I'm playing this at 3 speed, which takes forever, but not gonna lie, I'm not gonna speed up. You go faster and you miss everything. Trust me. Did this mistake many times. I felt very confident. I went up with the speed, immediately lost. It is what it is. You're always one naval invasion away from losing. That's how I would like to say it. You're always one naval invasion away from that. So we're in Rome. That's good. Yeah, the encirclements are really good. That is the amazing upside of fighting Italy. You can just encircle them left and right. Just don't allow them to go into the ports, and the units are gone. Losses right now are 22k versus... I mean, we're getting close to 500,000, so yeah, good trades. They're doing a naval invasion over here. Beautiful. Take these islands. I don't care. I'm just gonna take your entire nation while you're on that. And with that focus done, let's get the research slot. Actually, jokes aside, we need it. Why are all my units down here? What are you doing? My army is drunk, I think, because they all just go to that one province down here. I'm like, hey, I feel like my troops have gotten a lot less. What is going on? Yeah, they all went south to this one little province. Oh my god. But yeah, we're about to win this. Like, even without Civil War, we're about to just capitulate them, which makes me question, where is the Civil War? Okay, Mussolini has been deposed. It feels a bit late, not gonna lie, because I'm controlling all of Italy, basically. I'm even down here already, okay? That's how good it's going. I pushed over the strait here. When do you ever do that? Yeah, Civil War, chill. There's no pressure about it. It's just, you know, the Allies landed over here, and the Italians had a Civil War. I have to take everything of Italy, and they don't capitulate. You know, the balances of HOI4. And you want the game to be fast, it is not. So, Italy capitulated without starting the Civil War. Don't ask me why. Apparently it just was this efficient or fast, meaning that we can take basically all of the navy. There's 3 ships I can't take, sadly. I also needed to puppet everything manually now. Important for you, because this will probably not happen in your run, because normally you do get the Civil War, right? Don't give the Civil War the land. There's this choice to transfer land. Don't do it. This way you can take more navy of the other Italy, because this is kind of controlled by how much land they own of themselves, how much navy they keep. So if you give them all the land, they will get all of the navy, meaning you can't take it anymore, right? If you keep the land for yourself, it's still the other Italy, technically, and you can take more in a peace treaty. I hope that was understandable. In my case, I just had to do everything manually, and yeah, I have a puppet now. Let's see if that works out like I wanted it to. And yeah, Mussolini is now my puppet. This is weird. With an ally like this, how could I not lose this challenge now? But we have a big navy now. This navy immediately merge with the other navy and go out to the Netherlands. We are now preparing for the war with the allies. I think they are actually quite integrated now. Yes, this is the amazing part of this. Normally, when you get the puppet Italy, they start as a Reichsprotektorat, which means they have more liberties. When you puppet them in a peace treaty, they're a Reichskommissariat. Sorry, I'm just using the German names because I can speak them. Meaning, they will give me 65% of the industry. And that is amazing. So if you look at our industry now, we jump from 30 mils to 53. That is amazing. Our priority now is to build a big air force to help the Axis, meaning we will not join the war for at least half a year. We're going to use all the rubber we have from over here and just build amazing planes, okay? I'm also researching the better chassis now, the better engine. We're going to build really good fighters. And with those fighters, we will gain absolute air dominance and just annihilate the allies. The problem is, as soon as we join the war, the UK will cut us off from our puppet, meaning we will not get the rubber anymore. So yeah, half a year of peace, building up our nation, building up our military. Doesn't sound too bad. I'll take it. And also really good, with Italy, we can very cheaply trade for resources resources. In return, I'm just gonna build more mills in Italy to kind of reduce their autonomy, which is still a good trade because at the end of the day, we are getting 65% of these mills back. I'll take it. This company also seeming pretty good. I'm also pretty sure I can't take this one, you know. So, 4th research slot is in our hands. That is really good. We're now gonna continue to go down over here for a war goal against Turkey, which is less important now, more important later. Overall, we don't really care about the guarantees because we are in the alliance with the Germans and we are going to be at war with the UK very soon anyways. So yeah, war goal against Turkey, no problem. We will keep it forever, so no pressure. More importantly is the focus below anyways. Really good modifier and replaces a national spirit. That's good. I just noticed I could start building a ship. Why not? It's not like I have a better thing to do while we're building Air Force. Let's start building an early heavy ship hull. It's actually not too bad. On the side, we have finished researching the better planes, so this is gonna be our CAS and this is gonna be our fighter. Why is Germany at war with their own Reichsprotektorat? That makes no sense. Why do they immediately break free? Oh, Germany. Historically, it's not what it once was, I tell you that much. This focus is done. Let's finally do this one. Turning political instability into state of the nation and giving us a good spirit for garrison. Might be very useful for all of this conquering here later. That's Denmark gone. And I would say with this focus completed, let's get some refineries. Also, on the other side, let's default on our debt. Very cool. Because that basically removes the bad debt modifier, meaning we get a lot of our industry back. And, you know, if we don't look at the debt, it doesn't exist. Therefore, no debt. Life hack. Don't do this in real life, please. Don't. This is not financial advice. I would say let's join the war, bringing our air up. Why there's so many planes in the airport? Get out. Not forgetting to call in the Netherlands so we can actually push. And I would say let's just melt Belgium and then go into France and then go into Britain. The British immediately take the chance to take over the islands, but as I said, I don't really care about the islands. They can have them. Our main target is their island. Belgium is gone. France is collapsing. Best of all, France capitulated before Luxembourg. Luxembourg survived longer than France. That is quite entertaining to me, I gotta say. Anyways, very important now. We wanna annoy the British as much as we can with our air force, so we're gonna send it in over the English Channel and just nav the Navy and shoot down their fighters. For now, the Germans will help us. As soon as they go into the Soviet Union, they won't. So we really have to use the momentum now to just shoot down as much British planes as we can. And that's why I don't want to wait any longer, because if we wait longer, this will become way harder. And with this focus now done, we can go back to this focus. And I needed it to build a light tank. Why a light tank? And I know these are not good light tanks, but I need light tanks because I want to add light tanks to my paratroopers. So I made 2 divisions, one actual good paratrooper division that is still missing some stuff, and one bad one. I mean, you will see in a second. Bad one is in position. I'm gonna trigger the order and they're gonna paradrop into here. Why do we do this? For a very simple reason. We want to bait out the British support units, because when there are troops landing in the British Isles, I don't actually know specifically where the trigger is, but at least once, I hope it's only once, they get supply units spawned in London via event, and only the AI gets that. So this is, you know, players don't look forward to that. You might notice now here in a second that a lot of troops will appear from nowhere, and yeah, they're gone. But for us, this is very useful to do, because now they don't get their support units anymore. Very good. Looking at the planes right now, we have basically the same air force size as Great Britain. So I would say at the moment we're trading quite well, and their air force is going down. Yeah, really good. You might notice this is going very well for us, and we're actually also damaging the Navy a lot, which is also quite important. We can unlock now airborne armor, allowing us to add this. It should make our divisions quite better. Because I really need a Vichy France, I'm just gonna give Germany, France, Paris actually, which should trigger the Vichy France event. If I'm not wrong, I might be wrong. But war participation is really going up right now because we're shooting down a lot of enemy planes. But at the end of the day, not having Vichy France means I get less rubber from my allies, which is also kinda bad. I take it back. There's no Vichy France. I guess it's just very late. Okay, sure. Sometimes you need to complain to get what you want. I take it. My rubber situation looks so much better already. It is so good. Okay, I kind of forgot to research this over here, which is kind of quite important for my plan because my naval landing is, let's say, a little bit smaller than I wanted it to. But I kind of noticed right now that I never researched the train, so might be a good research at this point. I don't know. And I would say with everything going so well, let's do an actual naval invasion. It's a small one, but this is more of a distraction. The actual plan is to paradrop over here and secure that. I never really worked with good paratroopers, but according to my good source for this video, Scar here, this should work. I literally just noticed I made them wrong. Actually made it 20. Can we do more now? Yeah, we can do more now. Great. Okay, more paratroopers. So yeah, the more the better. Gonna wait for these to be fully supplied, hopefully soon. And then we go. Launching these as a distraction and then going over with these to actually win. The British Air Force looks horrible at the moment. They have 18 to 31 versus my 40. So I have more planes than them by default. Okay, war against Yugoslavia actually might immediately join that. Reland for me. Yeah, I'm trading so well against the British. It's not even funny. Air Force is just getting annihilated. This might actually be the perfect distraction to push in right now. I'm literally just waiting for these paratroopers to be equipped, and then we go in. So I would say, as a good distraction, I'm gonna call in my puppet Italy, opening a lot of front lines where the British now have to fight. And naval invasion is a go. I'm also gonna give them force attack. Paratroopers, I will give them all the buffs I can. Glider planes, force attack, take it all. I would say without any more waiting, you go too. Yeah, the paratroopers are kind of mixed results. For some reason, they really brought the planes out and I can't fight this down. On a better note, the units have landed and the units are actually having quite a good time. So if we're able to grind that down, we might actually have a game here. Big problem is that the Air Force is actually quite annoying right now. I did just notice my problem. Apparently you need fuel for an Air Force. I didn't know that. No one told me that. I hate these moments where you just lose because of something so obvious. Yeah, all the air is green now. It was literally that. Oh my god. Yeah, now we're annihilating the British again. That is good. On another note, the paratroopers have landed. Generally huge. They probably still landed without any organization. I actually don't know why. Okay, Air Force-wise, we are killing them. This is wild. Army-wise, they have quite a lot, but we're bringing in more and more. The main problem I might have is that supply would become a problem after a while. To be fair, we have quite the naval dominance right now. We bombed the Navy quite a lot, I would say, because right now I control 65% of the sea tile, which is crazy for Greece. But yeah, currently the British are not ruling the waves anymore, therefore I can actually invade them, which feels really good because I did a lot of test runs to make this work. And if this is the final one, quote-unquote test run, I am not mad. Oh my god, the cast damage we're doing is amazing. Why Germany? Why we're playing historical? Why are you going against Sweden? I hope the wind is alone because I'm done with this. Sweden joined the Allies. Bad news, they're probably a great power. Oh, actually, they're not so far. I imagine they will be very soon, though, because they're quite a big nation. Anyways, we are in London. Very nice. My reserve naval invasions have triggered, which is a little bit of a waste, but what do I care? But I would say with our army that well assembled, let's just push. Yeah, look at these pockets. Delicious. No, stop wanting to break out. No, 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 no. Bad, 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 British. Bad. Don't break out. No. Good. Die. What are the losses so far, by the way? This must be crazy. The British have so much units now. It's actually wild. They lost 500,000 to me. What is going on? Actually, 40% war participation. I'm catching up with the Germans. That is good. That is actually really funny. By the way, if you never understood why the British are so strong now, they get a really good modifier for defending their core land. They have this for a little bit longer, but I don't want to risk it. The USA will join in half a year, so I want to conquer them before this time's out. Yeah, I'm not going to play safe here. We have to get this going. Like, jokes aside, we don't really have a choice here. In the background, the Soviet war has started, but to be fair, this doesn't change a lot for us. As long as Sweden doesn't become a great power, we will just get out of this war when Great Britain capitulates, and that's hopefully very soon. I do be hearing naval invasion sounds. I'm just gonna protect the ports in the south. I don't want to reconquer them, but I would say as soon as we just push, we should have this. I should increase my recruitment law now because I've used so much of the Duchy's in his manpower that they actually gained autonomy. Yeah, they're actually going up really fast. Like, look at this. It's crazy how fast they gain autonomy. So we better win this soon, otherwise they will break free. Okay, then them increasing autonomy might have screwed me over a little bit, like literally jokes aside, because the manpower is now disappearing in my divisions faster than it's stocking up from my new recruitment law. So I'm a little bit naked there. How much more equipment and manpower do the British have? They have so much more manpower. Oh my god. I killed 1.2 million. They have 1.2 million casualties. They're not looking like it. They're still fighting endlessly. They have no air and they're still able to push with wave attacks. It feels like I'm fighting the Soviets in Great Britain. It is wild. I completely forgot I have these units too. I should 100% use them now. Bad Italian units. You get port duty. The rest of you help out on the front line. We need to defeat the British. I'm just thinking right now with the new DLC, if this is fighting Britain with complete air dominance and enough manpower to basically field a huge army, I mean not anymore now that these gentlemen over here gained some autonomy and now on their way to gain even more autonomy. Oh my god. How are you supposed to fight this normally? I guess you don't. The good news is we can really go through our doctrines now. That is, I guess, an upside we didn't see. Anyways, I'm just gonna turn this around now. I think we have enough equipment for one last hooray. Let's push. I feel like with the total air supremacy, we just need to bully the British out. We have manpower again, so this shouldn't be a problem. Let's just win this. The moment I push... You know what? I'm gonna take my Coast Guard from my home to here. Half of you get here. How do the British still man this big amount of troops? It is crazy to me. Okay, we need to win now. Army, push. I'm very happy I had divisions down here, and that is Okay, we have 70 days now to win this. Jokes aside, this is our 70-day counter. I'm not joking. The next focus is declaring war on the allies. And once the allies get in this, the USA joins the allies. Please, win, army. Win. Oh my god, we're about to take Liverpool. It might be happening. 95%. And my war participation is 52%. Oh my god. I am the biggest contributor by far in this war. This is crazy. Come on, Cardiff, fall. Oh, I think we're getting it. This is so many British units. Look at that. How are the British now the Soviet Union? This is crazy. Oh, I did. This is horrible now. This is absolutely horrible. Oh my god. Okay, I have to be very careful now what I take because I need very specific provinces. So, peace conference is over. I took everything I thought I needed, and I hope that is basically enough. Let me check, because we do have the decision already. We're missing Iran, Afghanistan, parts of the Soviet Union, Iraq, Turkey, and French Syria. Perfect. I wasn't sure of how much of India I needed, so I spent way too much points getting that, meaning I don't really got Navy. But to be fair, I'm controlling the British themselves, which should have kept the entire Navy. Yup. So once I annex them, I get the British Navy. On the other hand, I also got all of their puppets, except Canada. So I control Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia. I don't get the resource rights here, though. That's kind of missed opportunity. But I wanted stuff, and now I have stuff. Okay, we have all the provinces I need. This is the good ending so far. We have 1941, and the allies are gone. Now, meaning, if we capitulate all of this, plus the Soviet Union, in 1 year, easy peasy. If not, you know, you win some, you lose some. Anyways, next big target, Vichy France. Sole reason for that is that they are guaranteed by Germany, but we are in the Axis, therefore it doesn't matter. We can go in. Later on, they will join the Axis. We don't want that. Same with Turkey, so I might actually do a two-front war here, where I attack Vichy France and Turkey. On the other hand, I have so much manpower right now, thanks to all of this here. True. Just have to untwine all of my units and remove all of the units of my puppet, which is interesting. So I changed all of the templates back to my units, stopping the East Indies from getting even more independence. Like, oh my god, please stop. And allowing me to take on my dear neighbors with my own army. Something I shouldn't forget is put in a garrison again, because I did maybe do the thing where I removed my garrison to win in Great Britain. Yeah, I do need that. But having all of the manpower from Pakistan right now is amazing. I gotta say that. But you know what? Vichy France, goodbye. Join the African Union. Oh my god. I'm gonna call in Italy. And oh yeah, we're still at war down here. I completely forgot about this. Yeah, at some point, don't ask me when, at some point Ethiopia left the allies to make their own faction. And that's why they're still here. Yippee. So yeah, I'm just gonna go down, deal with that. Maybe build up an airport over here. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Because they joined the African Union, Germany joined this war, so they can now take stuff too. Normally this would be kind of a problem, but I would say because I just need Syria, I don't really care. Might actually finish this faster. So Vichy France is gone, basically missing now Ethiopia. Yippee. Why? Why is this a thing? Why is Germany so wild in this playthrough? They just declared war on communist China. So Germany is now at war with the Chinese Union. I'm not gonna join this. No. What is wrong with historical sometimes? Oh, war is over. I wanna see no more Ethiopia on this map. So peace today is also over. Our nation is growing. I got everything but this, but I will survive. I puppeted Vichy France out of punishment. I gave them the same color CB, therefore I win. So I would say we are finally at the point where I will do it. Let's go into Turkey. I'm just gonna hope they're not gonna join the Comintern, because I want to join the Soviet war right after this, but I also don't want to share a war score with the Germans. At the same time, oh my god, Zero, what did you do? What did you do to Iraq, Zero? I saw that. You don't know, Zero is the maker of the like and subscribe mod here that adds the like button every time I encircle a unit like here. Apparently Zero had some fun. So Turkey is gone. Very good. And basically now only the Comintern, including these three nations left, because we're missing Iran, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Also some Soviet states. So my plan now is to basically join the Soviet war, go into here, and while we are in a major war, justify on these nations to call them in. Could work quite well, especially with the air force we have. Now we're basically unbeatable. I mean, we already look like some kind of Macedonia here. It's just is missing. Oh, great. Japan declared war on me. That's what I needed. Just gonna call in Germany so they have to deal with Japan and I don't. Good luck, Germany. So I would say let's join the Soviet war. Yeah, I would say the push is going quite well. No complaints so far. I also plan a sneaky little naval landing over here. Basically everything to make it easier for the Germans to win, who will now have to fight basically the world. I guess not the Americas, but the rest. So yeah, they're having fun. Yeah, I would say everything so far quite well. Not gonna lie, this is a huge push. We're winning on all front lines, and I forgot to justify the nations. So this war goal is done. Let's go in. In the background, let's prepare the next one. Germany demands our territory. I think we can just say no because we're in the same faction. Yeah, works for me. On the other side, I started to justify and declare over here. I mean, it takes like 10 days to get this war goal, so they're all ready already. Gotta say, works quite well. They don't really have an army over here, and I have more than enough army now. I do feel like I saved the Soviet war because the Germans were pretty stuck, especially fighting in China too. So yeah, you're welcome, Germany, by the way. And the Soviets are just falling apart now. This is really good. So Iran is gone, giving us a good amount of Soviet pockets. Once again, giving us war contribution. Not gonna lie, 17% is huge. The Germans are in this war for like 1 year now, having like nearly 4 million losses. We come in and have like 17% in like 3 months. That's crazy. Casual Greek carry, I'll tell you. Afghanistan is also done. I would say very soon we can actually call this a success. I think we're only missing parts of Iran and these few provinces over here. Then we can form it. That is actually crazy. Talking about encirclements, I would say this looks good. I don't know what's going on with my attack order. I understand if I stop pushing now, but yeah. Oh, great. The game decided that because of Iran being puppeted, my entire units are being teleported somewhere else and they get all of the land back. Yeah, that makes 100% sense. 8 troops are encircled and I have to reconquer the entirety of Iran again. And that's the capitulation. Again, I was so busy recovering all of this, I didn't even notice we took Moscow. This is crazy. And I have 25% war participation now. That's also really good. But not gonna lie, I'm generally surprised how much troops of the Soviet Union are here. Because it's not even close to that amount over here. Just very empty. And they're like very focused here. Like they know I want to form a formidable nation. They want to stop me at all costs. Thank you, game. On the upside, they're all encircled. So that makes this very easy to take. Because none of the troops are here. I'll take it. And we're missing one last state. So many Soviet troops here. It's actually crazy. This is wild. And it's gone. Nice. So, June 1943, we can finally form Macedonia. This was horrible. Thank you, Scott, for the video idea, but this was horrible. But without any more talking, we are now the Macedonian Empire. I think you can go down to limited conscription because we just cored everything here. Yeah, we have 12 million manpower plus an industry of 400 mills and 300 civs. Once again, we started with 2 mills. Okay, I just want to say how far we have come. And yes, we will end the wars I've begun, or at least that have been begun, because there's also Japan here. I didn't attack them, they attacked me. But I wanted to form this nation as soon as possible and without a wall conquest, and I think I did that. Could have done it probably a year earlier. So if you want to use this quote-unquote guide to do it earlier, please let me know how fast you were able to do it. Britain is hell though. Britain is, bruh, this is not fun. I'm actually pretty sure the Soviets don't really have any troops anymore because there's just no resistance anymore. They have 1 million men, but over all of this and with no troops, I guess they're useless. I mean, losses-wise, I've lost a bit more than 1 million. 30% war participation. This is good. The Soviets nearly lost 9 million. Oh my god. That is really good though. And yeah, I deployed my troops over here so someone takes Leningrad because the Germans are not able to do that. I'm literally carrying this war. It is not even funny. And I keep on hearing naval invasion sounds because I'm still at war with Japan and they're trying to do these naval invasions over here. So far, they're not very successful because my puppet has become so strong, they have an army. So yeah, the more troops they send down here, the easier it will be for the allies to land here. I mean, the USA. Wake up. And yeah, they capitulated. I would say I'll see you after the peace treaty. So, peace treaty is over. I took myself a little bit of land, like my course over here. And these 2 puppets, plus this one. I mean, Germany had way more war score, so nothing I could do in the grand scale. But I got my course. That is huge. Like, literally. That is huge. Next, Japan. So, naval landing is a go. I'm distracting the Japanese by actually pushing them really hard in Manchuria, so I hope they have nothing here. And I'm also officially now done with the focus tree, so that is that. 1943. By the way, if you ask yourself how many troops my puppets gave me, here you go. And I'm not giving them back because I'm too lazy to find out which Italian units I can't delete, so I can untangle this. I'm just punishing them all to Britain.
Take him
to Britain.
No! No! No, please!
Anyways, let's go into Japan. Let's end this war, please. Yeah, there's not a lot of Japanese here. Some, but not a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna say this was a successful naval landing so far. They have not a lot here. And in the background, Manchuria has fallen. I love that. What I love even more is that in the background, the Japanese are still doing naval invasions. So they're still trying to take this. Why? Why? Why are you even bothering? You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'm in Tokyo. War is over. I would say here comes the Macedonian colonial ambitions, meaning I will take these islands over here, plus a lot of the navy. I wasted all of my points for ships. I don't regret anything. Ah, yes. AI peace treaties. I love them. And Japan is still around. That is so stupid. 1943. Very close. But still 1943. We ended all wars. And half a year earlier, we actually were able to form Macedonia, which is an enormous formable nation. And that with a nation that starts off as kind of weak. So I'm kind of proud of myself. Even though I'm pretty sure I could have done it earlier, I'm proud. Once again, thank you, Scott, for letting me know about this strat. It was a lot of fun to try out and basically make a semi-guide video out of this. I hope you can follow most of the steps. These were my divisions. Sadly, only got to use this as a distraction. My patrons, I love you. Until next time, bye.